These are some of the U.S. Army Rangers of World War II. When the U.S. was drawn into the war in 1941, the Army didn't have any special operations units. This is Brigadier General Lucien Truscott. While serving as the liaison with the British, he proposed to Army Chief of Staff George C. Marshall in May of 1942 that we undertake immediately the organization of an American unit along British commando lines. Thus was born the U.S. Army Rangers. The Rangers started off with the 1st Ranger Battalion. They trained hard, and as the war progressed and they proved themselves, the Army expanded the program to include the 2nd through the 6th Ranger Battalions and the little-known 29th. They would fight in North Africa, Sicily, Italy, the Pacific, and, with the 2nd and 5th Ranger Battalions, the beaches of Normandy. For many people, their introduction into World War II history came through the movie Saving Private Ryan, which of course is a movie starring Tom Hanks where he is a captain in a ranger company and they have to go out and find a guy from the 101st Airborne. And the opening scene to Saving Private Ryan is probably one of the most impactful pieces of cinema ever laid down. Well, today we are in the area that was depicted in the movie Saving Private Ryan. Now, there were 2 companies, A and B, that were landing behind me in the Dog Green sector, and another one called C Company, which landed right here in this area in a sector codenamed Charlie. And today, Erik has brought out an artifact from one of the guys who was in C Company of the 2nd Ranger Battalion who landed right here on D-Day.
So we're on Omaha Beach in the Charlie sector of Omaha Beach. Over here we have Dog Green, and the dividing line is about where that cement bridge is. And we're here with the dog tag of James Cain. Now, James Cain was in C Company 2nd Rangers, and he was unfortunately killed in action here on June 6, 1944. James Cain was a really big guy. He was a football star in high school. He was over 6 foot tall. I believe he was 6'2". And so a guy like that, a big guy like that, would have had not much of a chance on this beach. This beach was a scene of bloody carnage on June 6, 1944. And A, B, and C Company actually landed in this area, and D, E, and F Company landed up at Pointe du Hoc. And a lot of people think when 2nd Rangers, you think Pointe du Hoc. Well, only some of them went up Pointe du Hoc. A, B, and C Company were here on Omaha Beach. And this dog tag is a very poignant reminder of the carnage here. And the way it got to our museum is when James Cain was buried in a temporary cemetery here, they moved all those bodies, and he was moved up to the American Cemetery where they have the nice crosses and the marble crosses, and originally in the temporary cemeteries they had wooden crosses, and this dog tag was nailed to that wooden cross, the original temporary grave marker. And when they moved them, they disposed of all those wooden crosses. After years of being out there, they were deteriorated anyway, but they burned them up there, up near the cemetery. And several decades ago, a few dog tags were found. It was in a place called Ghost Hill. And this dog tag was in another museum here in Normandy. And because of his Pennsylvania connection and our evolving D-Day exhibit, I decided this would be a great item for our collection, and we were able to obtain it, and it was a long time ago, but this is the dog tag that was worn by James Cain on this section of Omaha Beach. He was wearing this when he was killed on June 6, 1944.